Hello, welcome to another Soulprint Mini. Thank you so very much for being here. Your comments, your thumbs up, it's all wonderful and I very much appreciate it. If you're new to the channel and you like it, please feel free to subscribe. That helps. And so here we go. I want to take a look at the Czar, the Russian Czar. So there's been a lot going around, is he dead? Did he have a heart attack? What's going on with him? So I thought I would pop into his energy and see what I can find out. So without further ado, let's get going, shall we? Um, Tell me about Putin. Tell me about Putin. Tell me about Putin. Okay. Right now, there seems to be an attempt to try to hold the higher ground. The higher ground is that he is the leader of Russia. There is an awareness that without him at the helm, um, there's going to be a lot of aggression, kind of coming forward from other countries. Did he have a heart attack? I think maybe he did. I'm also not convinced that he is in amazing physical shape right now. Because what's going on around him is this sort of almost frantic juggling to try to um, maintain the status quo. And that's kind of difficult when, your leader kind of isn't there. Um, As for right now, it really does look like there is sort of this plan to keep pushing ahead. So what's confusing me, and I'm just going to ask um, if Spirit can just give us some clarity on this. Because for a long time, it felt like there were, some people in his circle who would have been more than pleased if something had happened to him because, the war and the sanctions and everything else was really causing hardship for some of these oligarchs. So, what I'm a little confused about is if what has happened has really weakened him, why they are not sort of surging forward. And the Spirit is saying because there is a concern that he may recover and then would come down on these people just with an iron fist. And so everybody is like the energy around there is like almost bated breath, right? Everybody is just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. There is a sense that the country, okay, the Empress and the Queen of Swords, that the country itself would not be able to um, almost like sustain. There really is concern that without him at the helm, chaos would ensue. And so what they're doing right now is they're just trying to maintain the way things were a month ago or 2 months ago. Um, okay, so let's just get some basics here. Spirit, has Vladimir Putin, the leader of Russia, had a heart attack? Yes. Okay. Is he um, in good shape? Is he recovering from this heart attack? So what I'm hearing is recovery will be slow, if at all possible. Sounds so good. Um, o- okay, so it is are those around him um, doing what they can to keep information out, out from the public? Are they trying to protect or not let the public know what is going on? Yeah, and they're saying for exactly that reason, right? You're going to run into this sort of the country kind of almost imploding. Something happen to him and he not be able to um return to his throne of power. What's next? Who's next? What does that look like? Okay, so in Russia, there is sort of always this like second in command. But the problem is that there is a feeling or an energy that this person, whoever it is not going to be sort of strong enough to be able to push forward. That they don't know enough, that they're just not the right person to continue to take this country towards victory. And the problem is that the vast majority of the country actually doesn't want the same victory that you know the czar wants, right? They just want peace to reign. They want their sons and their husbands and their brothers to come back and come back alive. But the Russian people do not have any actual real clarity about how that war is going. Because, I mean, first of all, they're not even allowed to call it a war. And so they are very, very much like literally in the dark, and they're being held hostage by the lack of information or the lack of true information. So, where do we go from here? Okay, they've allowed me to drop sort of right into his energy. So what I'm getting is sort of like a hospital room. I'm seeing people around him. I'm seeing machines. I'm seeing, beep, 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 heart monitors, that kind of thing. He is frail, is the word I'm getting. Um, this has sort of zapped um, his strength. And going into this medical emergency, he wasn't in good shape to start with. And so this has really sort of knocked, the feet out from under him. There's a lot of hand wringing going on and a lot of concern. And it feels like in the background, there is a little bit of a frantic attempt for other people, perhaps oligarchs, to secure um, their assets, to make sure that they are protected, and not even it's not only financial protection, but I'm actually seeing them wanting to do things to like ensure their safety, to ensure their homes, their families, that kind of energy. It feels as if one of the things that they are really concerned about is some sort of a public uprising. Once sort of that firm thumb of Putin is no longer there, There is a lot of concern that, the people might actually really start pushing to take back kind of control of their country because unless they move somebody in who is equal to the strength of Putin, um, the information, the truth is going to start seeping in. And people who have been afraid to speak are going to start speaking up. And so as the truth starts to get out, you're going to there's going to be this energy of, the people becoming very angry and very sort of activated. And that is something that they're trying to prevent because, of course, you know, at the point where um, the people become really animated, then it's sort of all bets are off. As of right now, it, it, it kind of what I'm getting is that honestly, for him, for his physical health and his vitality, his life force, it really could go either way. But if he survives this health situation, he is going to be very much weakened and diminished. And so for now, honestly, like they're kind of like at a death watch, right? You got the people standing around and they're just watching. They just are watching to see what's going to happen and what happens next. But it doesn't overall, I have to say it doesn't look good. It feels like his spirit, his energy is sort of sitting above. Hold on. Sorry about that. It feels like that energy of his is just sort of it's sitting above the body, almost like it is watching what is going on. And so the connection between his life force and his physical being seems to be stretched out a little bit, okay? They're not working cohesively together because the physical being has been quite significantly damaged. I am not being told or I'm not being shown if surgery was involved or if there was some sort of a, really significant, medical intervention. I mean, for goodness sakes, if the man is already weakened and frail, um, from that apparent, cancer bout he had, other ill health issues, it even if they were really strenuously doing like CPR, and I could be wrong, but from what I understand, that can often, crack a rib, right? And so even if his heart is okay, then there's still a sense of frailness within the body. So can we go forward? Can you please take me into like January of 2024? Okay, so I was going to finish saying, um, can you show me Putin then? And literally everything went completely black in front of my eyes. So make of that, I guess, what you will. Um, I also want to say that there are other world leaders who have um, sort of more clarity about what's going on than the public does. There is also concern, thank you for that. There is also concern that allies of Russia are very concerned because should Russia weaken, that which they have done to support Russia, um, they are very concerned that they are going to start feeling the repercussions of that. And, there is a concern that then their reign could be weakened or diminished. Okay, so that's what I know right now as far as that meaning goes. It does feel like there was a medical emergency or an incident of some kind. I don't get that he is flush with vitality and good health. It looks like he is very much physically weakened, and I got to tell you, it doesn't even feel like he is particularly um, aware. I'm not getting that he's necessarily like in a coma, but I am definitely getting that there is a fair bit of heavy sedation going on. And so, in some way, he is in no shape or condition, from what I am seeing and being told, that to sort of rule, to start barking out orders and that kind of thing. So there really is this sort of state of limbo going on within the higher circles of that country's government and power brokers, if you will. Okay. Um, yeah, that's what I know. Okay, so thank you very, very much for being here. I hope you found this interesting or insightful, and I'll look forward to seeing you again really soon. Bye bye for now.